Funny. It might be on. Hi.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Awesome. I don't have any of my stuff for class, but
Where
I'm
are
here.
you?
I'm in Starbucks in New York City.
Okay. Which one?
I'm visiting NYU. So
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Good. Good.
I,
Oh, great. Let's see. I'm going to share my screen. Let's see. What if I share entire screen? Okay. Let's see. What do I need to do? I need to do this. Okay. Are you able to see? No, you can't see it. I don't believe you can see my presentation. Let's see.
can you see me?
I can see you fine. Yeah.
Okay. I can see that you're sharing your screen.
How about now? You should be able to see the PowerPoint.
I might not be the best test subject. I don't know
Okay.
if anybody else is signed on
Sure,
yet
sure.
because I'm on
Yeah.
mobile.
What do you see on your screen then?
I see the internet browser, and I see you.
Oh, all right. Well, what if I do this? What if I share the Microsoft PowerPoint?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I don't see. I mean,
Okay.
that's probably my connection now.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah. But just testing different things.
Oh, hold on. Now I see it.
And do you see which one? Did you see the PowerPoint?
Yes.
All right. But I just switched it, so it's going to go out in a second, I think.
I'm gonna put the microphone off and put my phone down. I'll
Okay.
be right back.
All right.
Okay.
ايش العراق؟
Am I back?
Yep, you're back.
Awesome.
Now, how about you? Could you still see a PowerPoint presentation?
I can still see the presentation.
Excellent. Okay. And someone else just joined. Yeah, I believe that's there's Sawyer.
Hello.
Hi, Sawyer.
TechLab, I think TechLab told me he wasn't coming today. Did he talk to you?
Yes, he sent an email. He has a lacrosse meet.
Okay. Thanks.
Thank you. Hey, Adam.
Hello.
So it seems like some of you went to all sorts of exotic locales. Sawyer, where were you?
I was in Turks and Caicos.
The Caribbean. Wonderful.
It was very nice.
Mhm. And Maya's in NYC, New York City. And there is Jane and Elizabeth Darden, I believe, is ill today. Hi, guys.
Hello. Hi.
So we're just waiting. We're just waiting for Pippa and Oliver. And could you guys verify that you can see the presentation? Okay, awesome. Okay. Okay, so what time do you guys have? I have 2:11. Am I running behind? Am I slow?
I've got 5:12 here.
Okay. Okay, five. Okay. All right. So I might be a minute. I might be a minute behind, but all right. So we'll wait for 3 minutes and then we'll start.
Am I still in the frame?
Yes.
Okay. I just turned my phone to the side.
Is it? It's not snowing. It's not snowing in there. Is anyone experiencing snow right now?
We
No,
were
it's
about
80
an hour
degrees
ago,
in Mississippi.
It's 80 degrees in this. Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's like
snow
it's
an
like
hour
50
ago,
here.
so
Really?
It's pretty warm in Texas.
yeah.
Yeah. We've had really beautiful weather with not a drop of rain. There's Oliver and there's Pippa. Great. Okay, we'll
Yes.
start in 1 minute.
All right, sounds good. Oh, that was good.
I guess we're all here, so might as well get started. Oh, just lost Oliver. There he is. All right. All right. Everyone can see the screen? Arabic 1, week 10A? Awesome. All right. So, all right, now I need to come back here. All right. Could someone please read what's on the screen?
Mabruk ala yum al kidis batrik.
Mumtaz. Mumtaz. Very nice. Mabruk ala Yawm al-Qiddis Patrik. What does Mabruk mean? Mabruk.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. So this is some sort of congratulations. Mabruk ala Yawm al-Qaddis Patrik. Any idea what this could possibly be?
Is it a holiday?
It's a holiday. How can you tell it's a holiday?
Well, is Hadith, is that like holy?
Qaddis is holy. Very good. Yes.
And I don't know what the rest of it is.
Okay.
St.
All right.
Patrick's Day. Patrick. Is that
Excellent.
yeah.
Yes. And Yawm we all know, right? Because it occurs in Hebrew, and we know Yom Kippur, for instance, right? The Day of Atonement. So Yawm is day, right? Hoa al-Qaddis Patrik, aywa? Naam. So he is al-Qaddis Patrik. Or you can say Surah min al-Qaddis Patrik. What does Surah mean?
A picture?
A picture, an image, yes. Right, so Al-Qaddis Patrik huwa Qaddis Irlanda. So Qaddis, let's use that for saint, right? So Saint Patrick, he is the saint of Irlanda. What's Irlanda?
Ireland.
Ireland.
Very good. Yes, it's Ireland. Now, there is an idafa in this sentence. Can anyone dig out the idafa? It's a noun-noun combination.
Would it
Is
be
it-
Qaddis al? Oh, sorry.
Is it Hadith Patrik?
Aha. Now, why can that not be an idafa? Al-Qaddis Patrik. There's something
Oh,
in that.
It's because of that beginning al.
Yeah, we know that for an idafa construction, and we're going to talk about Al-Qaddis Patrik in a second. We haven't talked about this at all in class. But the one that's
So-
an idafa is the saint of Ireland, right? Qaddis Irlanda. Qaddis Irlanda. Right. Yeah. Oliver, are you driving somewhere?
I'm being driven. I'm sorry about the rare situation, but our spring break is like this week, so we're on a college road trip. But I'm not driving. I'm being driven.
Okay, as long as you're not driving, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay, good. And so, yeah, so you have the satellite connection going. That's awesome.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Okay, good. Right. So Qaddis Irlanda, that would be the bottom line. That would be my idafa. And then Al-Qaddis Patrik, we said an idafa can't have an alif lam at the beginning. So this is not an idafa. But we've seen this before. For instance, Al-Sayyida Nadia, right? That's how we say Mrs. Nadia or Ms. Nadia. Al-Sayyida Nadia. And the way to think about it, it's really tough. You know, these labels or these honorifics. Does anyone know what's happening here? Grammatically, these can be thought of as really they're an apposition. So it's like the saint, comma, Patrick. So that's how Arabic deals with its honorifics in sort of apposition. You know, like does everyone know what an apposition is?
It's like in a sentence where like my father, comma Daniel, comma.
Exactly. Where you have sort of equivalent chunks. So that's how Arabic treats its honorific. So Al-Qaddis, comma, the saint, comma, Patrick, he is the saint of Ireland. That's how this sentence parses, okay? It's not a big deal if you don't get it, but just wanted to throw that out because we've seen it. We've seen it several times with Sayyida Nadia, for instance. All right. Could someone read this sentence or this expression?
Is it Surah Jamila min Irlanda? Yeah.
جميل جدا. جميل جدا. Surah Jamila min Irlanda, which means?
It's a pretty picture of Ireland.
Yes. I'll do it one more time slowly, Pippa.
A picture or a pretty picture from Ireland.
Yes. A pretty picture. Notice it's indefinite, right? We all recognize the fact that Surah Jamila is indefinite, right? If it were to be definite, how would Arabic mark it as definite?
We have alif lam.
Alif lam in front of the noun and in front of the adjective, right? All right, so this was all just to say happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. All right, now we enter the class. So there'll be announcements. And then for the class, I'm going to give you an overview. We only have 2 chapters that we're going to cover, chapters 4 and 5. So we have the rest of March and then all of April to cover this. Well, all of April minus the week that we'll be away. And then the last week, and the last week of class, which is the first week of May, we're going to review. And then the very last day, there'll be a final exam. All right, so we'll have an overview of what we need to do. And then we're going to learn how to say, as far as I'm concerned. You know, like, what do you think about this restaurant? Well, as far as I'm concerned, the food is wonderful. Or as far as I'm concerned, the food sucks. So we need to know how to say, as far as I'm concerned, and that's presented briefly to you in chapter 5, which is we're slowly beginning to go into chapter 5. All right. The grammar for today, which is also from chapter 5. Is something that you've already seen. Definite and indefinite noun adjective pairs. By now you should be experts, right? By now you should be experts in this. And then once we do the grammar, then we will do the homework assignment for Thursday. All right? All right, here are the announcements. So I'm still accepting homework from earlier in the course, as well as quiz makeup sentences. Thanks to all of you who are sending them. You know, your corrections are wonderful to look at because there's such a marked improvement from when you may have submitted these the first time, right? So keep up the excellent work. And then the other announcement I have is regarding cultural presentation. At the beginning of the class, at the beginning of the break, our spring break, I sent out an email stating that the cultural presentation was now going to be extra credit, that I'll just take those points and add it to your homework or quiz score. But I couldn't find that email. So did everyone get that email? Everyone got that email, right?
No, I didn't know.
Okay. All right. Well, I think this is to your benefit, right? You can basically what this means is you can opt not to do it. However, if you do it, then it's just going to go, I'll add it to your homework and quiz scores. I'll probably add it to your homework scores. It'll be worth 2 to 3 homework sets, so 40 to 60 points. I think that sounds reasonable. Yeah.
So what exactly are the logistics of the presentation? Like, are we presenting it during class, or is it just like a slideshow that we send to you?
Well, both. Ideally, you're going to be presenting it in class, and I think we decided when we last talked about it that if you send it to me, then I can put the slides on the screen. That's the easiest way to do it. If not, then I'll have to get you to the moderator, which is probably easy, but we've never done it. So at the very least, you can send me the presentation, and then we'll do it that way. So I guess the question is, would anyone be prepared to give a 5 to 10 minute presentation on Thursday? Pippa.
Can I?
Yes, wonderful. Wonderful.
Okay.
So we have one person. Is there anyone else who would like to do Thursday?
Is Thursday the only chance we have?
No. Then we'll have him next week as well.
Okay.
Right.
I can do Tuesday next week if that's
yeah,
okay.
and in fact we'll have.
Yeah,
I mean, you probably
same.
have Tuesday's good for you.
Mhm.
All right. So I'm going to put Pippa for Thursday, and Oliver and Adam for next Tuesday. Okay.
Sounds good.
Yeah, and this is going to be extra credit. It's something that we talked about, that you should pick something that interests you personally, so that you enjoy learning about it and enjoy teaching us about it. All right, now here's the overview of the remaining material as far as grammar is concerned. Of course, there's a whole bunch of new vocab, but you guys are masters at memorizing this vocab by using your flashcards and whatever else tools that you have. Chapter 5 is going to talk about definite and indefinite noun adjectives, and guess what? We've already seen these. And then there'll be a brief overview of numbers, so we'll probably look at this on Thursday. And then we'll spend the rest of the time doing the exercises in the book. Part of them will be review. Part of that will be review. Some of it will be enforcing the vocab, and as well as these grammar things. Chapter 6 is going to present the dual. We've seen the singular, I, you, he, she, as well as the plural, we, you all, they. But Arabic also has a dual, like two, like, you know, yeah. So we'll see it. We'll see it soon. The other thing that chapter 6 presents is a verbal noun similar to a gerund, and that's called a masdar. We've already seen one. We've seen several of them, like as-safar, right? Traveling is a masdar. And then you also want, chapter 6 teaches you how to respond to the question, limada, why? Why? Well, because. They'll be able to say because. Why is this? Because, blah, 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 blah. And then if we have time at the end of the course, we will possibly dip into chapter 7. We will certainly review chapters 1 through 6. And then we will also look at Egyptian dialect because that's something that we just barely scratched the surface of. Okay, so this is really the remaining parts of the course. So you can pat yourself on the shoulders because really there isn't that much grammar left for our second semester of Arabic. All right. All right, now we're going to go into this topic of how do I say, as far as I'm concerned, blah, 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 blah. This restaurant is great, right? So we're going to start off a little differently. Could someone read the adjectives on the screen?
Al-Misri is the first one.
Excellent. Keep going.
Al-Ireland, and then Al-Amriki.
Excellent. So Al-Misri, Al-Irlandi, Al-Amriki. So we have Egyptian, and then what's the second adjective? Al-Irlandi.
Irish.
Yeah, that's Irish. And what's Al-Amriki?
American.
American. Yeah. Very nice. So what are these adjectives called? This is way back from the beginning of the course.
These Nisba adjectives.
These are nisba adjectives. Excellent, right? So basically they show a relation to something, right? Al-Misri is someone who is from Egypt. And this is a really common way of making an adjective in Arabic, right? You take the noun, Misr, and you make Al-Misri. You take the noun Al-Irlanda, and you make Al-Irlandi, and so on and so forth. So nisba, right? Good. Now we're going to change course a little bit. Could someone read the word on the screen?
Al-Nisbiya.
جميل جدا جدا. Very nice, Adam. النسبية. 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 من هو? Who is this guy?
Einstein.
أيوة. Albert Einstein. هو واضع.
Albert Einstein.
Yes. Yes, good. هو واضع نظرية النسبية. So he's the formulator of the Nazariya and Nisbiya. What would Nisbiya be possibly? Nisbiya is?
Is that like a postulate or a theory?
Yeah, Nazariya would be your theory in that combination. But what about a Nisbiya? What is his famous?
Equation? E equals mc squared.
Yeah. What is E equal mc squared? That is the case of the special theory of?
Oh, relativity, right?
Relativity, right. So nisbiya is the word for relativity in Arabic. But you see how, so relation, nisba, relativity, nisbiya, right? So I have here on this screen, al-nisba, which we said was that kind of adjective, a relational adjective, and nisbiya, which is relativity, and then I have munasib. Munasib is another adjective. It means appropriate, or suitable. He's wearing suitable clothes. This film is suitable for children. That's what you'd use, munasib. So what are the root letters for these nisba and nisbiya, munasib?
Noon, Sin, and Ba.
Excellent. Excellent. Nun, sin, and ba. Right? So basically, this is just a long story to say this is how you voice your opinion. You say, who wants to read, to voice something and say, well, according to me, or as far as I'm concerned, blah, blah, blah. So this is how Arabic does it. Any takers?
Balnispali.
Right. Benisbati li. So you want to hear the T before the lam, right? Benisbati li or benisbat li. This is according to me, or as far as I'm concerned, and then you can state your opinion. Right? Benisbati li. It's really very commonly used in Arabic. Benisbati li. Yes. And this is as far as I am concerned. Where is the I happening in this expression? Benisbati li.
The li.
Exactly right. So theoretically, you can change that ya at the very end, and you can say, according to him, as far as he's concerned, as far as we're concerned, as far as they're concerned. Be aware, however, that these are much less commonly used than benisbati li. Benisbati li, I think, as far as I'm concerned, this is what's happening, right? So benisbati li, Madinat, New York. Yeah, who wants to read? Benisbati li, according to me, or as far as I'm concerned. Madinat, New York.
Benisbetali. Medina, New York. Medina Kabira Falan.
جميل. بالنسبة لي مدينة نيويورك مدينة كبيرة فعلا. Right? Is it sort of clear what it's saying? According to me, or as far as I know, as far as I'm concerned, New York City is what?
Really big.
Yes, it's a truly big city, right? It's a big city, truly. Right? Very good. Who wants to read this one? بالنسبة لي I'm going to change this.
Oh.
Go ahead. Sorry.
اللغة العربية صعبة.
جميل جدا. Right. اللغة العربية صعبة. Right. According to me, or صعبة. Does anyone know what صعبة means?
Wasn't a Saab a type of car?
It is.
So
It is.
it's
But
like,
here we're
I don't
saying
know.
the Arabic language it's an adjective describing the Arabic language.
Is it cool? I
صعبة is difficult. Difficult.
Oh,
Right? And so I feel I was jinxing it, so I put the opposite. Sahla is easy, right? So اللغة العربية صعبة or sahla. So according to me, the Arabic language, اللغة العربية, is difficult, right? Very good. Now, how about this one? بالنسبة لي
بالنسبة لي اللغة الفرنسية ليست صعبة.
جميل جدا. بالنسبة لي اللغة الفرنسية ليست صعبة. Do
So
we
is
remember?
it that it's not difficult? So the French language is not difficult?
Excellent. So according to me, as far as I'm concerned, the French language is not difficult. And so everyone sees the laysat, and that's a negation. We haven't seen it that often, but that's a negation, right? And the T at the end marks it as feminine. And the reason it's feminine is because your subject, al-lugha, is feminine, right? Very good. All right, so who wants to give us the full thing? You know, according to me, benisbati li. How about anta? Benisbati
Huh?
What is it?
Me? Sorry, I can't
What?
see anything.
Oh, can you see us?
It's very complicated, but is it nisbatika or something?
You need the lam though. It's binisbati laka,
Oh, okay.
right? All right. How about anti?
Nisbati liki.
Laki, very new, very nice. Huwa.
Lahu.
Benis.
Binisbati lahu, according to him. How about hiya?
Benisbati laha.
Yes, aywa. Hey, binisbati laha. Nahnu.
Lana.
binisbati lana. Antum.
Benisbati la.
Aywa. binisbati lakum. How about hum?
Benisbati lahum.
Lahum, right. So this is really just a review for these endings, right, that you've seen. These are the same as your possessive endings, right? Binisbati li, according to me, binisbati laka, according to him, and until binisbati lahum, according to them. Very good. All right. Now let me ask Oliver. Oliver, binisbati laka, هل اللغة الصينية صعبة؟ هل اللغة الصينية صعبة؟ Right.
Sorry about that. It's just lagging a bit. Can you say that again?
Sure. You know, since you're lagging, I will go with someone who's not lagging. But yeah, these are just practice for saying, according to me. So I will ask. I'll ask Pippa. يا بيبا بالنسبة لك هل اللغة الصينية صعبة؟
بالنسبة لي اللغة الصينية ليست صعبة.
جميل جدا جميل جدا جدا جدا. Right. بالنسبة لها, according to her, بالنسبة لبيبا اللغة الصينية ليست صعبة. It's not difficult. Right. Let's see. يا جين هل بالنسبة لك هل مدينة باريس جميلة؟
نعم مدينة باريس جميلة.
ممتاز جدا. Yes, Paris is beautiful. How do you say yes? I think, according to me, Paris is beautiful.
نعم ليس or no it'd be I don't. Is it
Bob? Elizabeth.
Oh, Bob. Yeah, Balanisbali. Okay, wait. It'd be Nam Balisba. Okay, Nam Balis Lanisla Li Al or Benisli Medina Baris Jamila.
Jamil Jiddan.
Sorry.
That's fine. You're good. You're good. No, that's fine. Everyone remember the noon is a sun letter, so it's not bil nisba, it's bin nisba. That's why there's a shadda on the noon, right?
Okay.
Binisbati li, according to me, or as far as I'm concerned, Madinat Paris, Jamila. Paris the city of Paris is beautiful. Jamil. Yo Sawyer, Binisbati laka, hal Madinat Tokyo kabira? Kabira, of course, everyone knows is large, right? Yo Sawyer. هل مدينة بالنسبة لك هل مدينة طوكيو
I'm sorry.
كبيرة؟ That's right.
I was talking. I was on mute. Nam Banisbati. What did you? Which one did you?
It was
use?
the last one on the screen. So هل مدينة طوكيو كبيرة؟
You're asking if Tokyo is big, right?
Yes, according to you. بالنسبة لك هل مدينة طوكيو كبيرة؟
Banisbati Li. Let's see. Will you repeat it one more time so I can hear it?
Of course. No worries. بالنسبة لك according to you, هل مدينة طوكيو كبيرة?
So would it just be بالنسبة لي طوكيو مدينة
Oh, مدينة Tokyo, the city of Tokyo, كبيرة.
مدينة طوكيو كبيرة.
Yeah,
نعم.
I mean, shukran. All right. So, for instance, here, this is what I was hoping Pippa would say, but she doesn't think Chinese is difficult. هل اللغة الصينية صعبة؟ نعم، بالنسبة لي اللغة الصينية صعبة, right? But ولكن هي قالت, she said, لا، بالنسبة لي اللغة الصينية ليست صعبة. Okay, good. All right, now we're going to, so this is بالنسبة لي. Any questions on بالنسبة لي? This is very common in Arabic when you say, I think, this is how you say, I think, blah, blah, blah. بالنسبة لي, according to me, in relation to me, okay? It's really very common, okay? No questions. We move on to the grammar for this, which is something we've seen. Let's read through the three expressions. Who wants to read number one, the one on the top? The first one of three.
Medina Kabira.
Medina Kabira, Mumtaz. Who wants to do number two?
Al Medina Al Kabira.
Al Medina Al Kabira, Mumtaz. Who wants to do number three?
Al Madina Kabira.
Al Medina Kabira, Jamil Jiddan. Now, which one of these is a full sentence in Arabic?
The third one.
Mumtaz. What does the third one say?
The city is big.
Excellent. Is everyone in agreement with that? That is the only full sentence on this page. What does Medina Kabira translate to?
A big city.
A big city. Mumtaz. Jiddan, jiddan, jiddan. What about Al-Madina Al-Kabira?
The big city.
The big city, it's definite, right? And then the other combination, which we don't see on the screen, doesn't exist. That's gibberish, right? So Medina Kabira, a big city. Al-Madina Al-Kabira, the big city. Al-Madina Kabira, the city is big. The verb to be, remember, does not appear in the present tense. Very nice. So that is your full sentence. What about this one? Let's read the first one. First line.
Matam Sini.
Mat'am Sini. Very nice. What does that mean?
I think the adjective is Chinese,
Yes.
but I'm not sure what the first word is.
All right.
It's a
Mat'am.
Chinese restaurant.
Yes, Mat'am is restaurant. Yes. We haven't talked about nouns of place, but Mat'am with that meme at the beginning, it's looking a lot. And the root letters, of course, are Ta, Ain, Meme. That's a restaurant. Mat'am Sini would be a Chinese restaurant. Elizabeth, was that you? Could you do the next one too?
Al Matam Al Sini.
Al Mat'am As-Sini. Very nice. What does this translate to?
The Chinese restaurant.
The Chinese restaurant, definite. And then the only full sentence on this page is what? Which one is it?
Al Matam Sini.
Al Mat'am Sini, right? Very nice. Which means what?
The restaurant is Chinese.
The restaurant is Chinese. Very nice. All right. Does anyone remember what buyut means? Buyut.
Houses.
Very nice. It's a broken plural and the fu'ul pattern. Bait being the singular, house. Buyut, houses. Does anyone remember the adjective qadim? We may not have seen it. Qadim means old or ancient. What are the root letters for qadim?
Ka, Dal, and Mim.
Jamil Jiddan, right? Those are the root letters. So buyut qadima, what does buyut qadima translate to?
Old houses.
Old houses, a bunch of old houses in the indefinite. Very nice. What about al-buyut al-qadima?
The old houses.
The old houses, definite. And then for our full sentence, al-buyut qadima.
The houses are old.
The houses are old.
The houses are old. Very nicely done. All right. ما هذا? What is this?
Parliament.
أيوة. بناية برلمان في أي مدينة? In what city?
London.
في London. جميل جدا. Right. All right. Could someone read the sentence?
Al-Binat. Oh, you go for it. Okay. Al-Binat Jamila.
Al-binaya jamila, which means what?
A beautiful, or no, the building is beautiful.
Very nice. That's your sentence. The building is beautiful. And I've underlined the subject once, the building, and then your predicate, which reports back on the subject, is jamila. The building is beautiful. Sorry, I was going to have animation with the lines here, but the animation is not working. So yeah, we'll just keep going. How about this one? Who wants to read this one?
Al-Binaya Kadima.
Al-binaya qadima. It's practically the same sentence. What does it mean, Ya Jane?
The building.
The building is old.
The building is old. The building is old. Notice that we have to worry about gender agreement, right? So since building is feminine, then qadima has to be feminine. It has to be feminized with the ta marbuta. Very nice. Now, this is something I gave to you. We only mentioned it once on the quiz, but most of you got it. So kudos to you. But what does this sentence say? هذه البناية قديمة.
This building is old.
This building is old. Very nicely done. Yeah, so هذا and هذا, just like in English, this and that, can both serve as pronouns as well as adjectives. In this case, it's an adjective. This building is old. هذه بناية قديمة. Very nicely done. What about this one, Ya Adam?
هذا بناية قديمة.
Yes, هذه بناية قديمة.
So this is a old building.
Yes, this is an old building. Very nice. So you see, in this case, this on its own, it doesn't have the alif lam tying it to the binaya. It's standing alone as a subject. This is an old building. Very nice. Who wants to do this one?
Binaya Al-Birlaman. Binaya Kadima.
Jamil Jiddan. So what does this translate to? Parliament, of course, is Arabic for the parliament.
So is it the Parliament building is an old building?
The Parliament building is an old building. Very nice. Notice, how does Arabic, what construction does Arabic use to make the Parliament building? It uses the...
It's an Idafa.
It's an idafa. It's the building of the Parliament, right? Then if that's the case, what do I need to do with that ta marbuta when I do the idafa? The ta marbuta at the end of binaya.
You pronounce it as a T at the end?
Yes. Binayatul Barliman, Binayat Qadima. So exactly as you said, the Parliament building is an old building. Very good. All right, now we're going to do something else, I believe. Yeah, so it's basically more of the same. I hope you're not going to be bored. But we're going to combine the following into a phrase. So we have mat'am. What is mat'am?
Restaurant.
Restaurant. What is sini?
Chinese.
Chinese. So we're going to combine them. We might have to add alif lams or other little bits. So how would I combine mat'am and sini into a phrase?
You
Well,
would
one way-
add alif lam to sini.
Okay.
Would it be
Okay,
like
would that be an option? You could add an alif lam to the sini, but sini is a nisba adjective. So then what would you have to do with the noun? You would also have to add an alif lam to the noun. Is everyone on board with that? Right. Al-mat'am as-sini meaning what?
The Chinese restaurant.
The Chinese restaurant. Very good. There's another option for this noun and adjective pair, and that is to leave it indefinite. Mat'am sini. What does that translate as?
A Chinese restaurant?
A Chinese restaurant. Very good. Right. So with these, it helps really when you know if you're dealing with nouns and adjectives, right? But these alif lams are also big clues for you when you're reading text. How about this one? Could someone read the two words?
Al-Nila Sadiqa.
The first word notice is ila with a hamza, right?
Aila. Aila Sadiqa.
Right. How would I combine these two?
Well, you could either add alif lam to both of them or to neither.
Okay.
Or you could also, I think you can add alif lam to Sadiqa, because then it'll be like the family of, isn't Sadiqa my friend?
Yes.
Or
Yes. You made a
friend?
really excellent point. Yeah. Sadiqa. I mean, look, it has the form of an adjective. It's a really but sadiqa, let's take it as a noun friend for now, right? I mean, sadiqa, presumably, if you were to look at it, means trustworthy one. So it could be an adjective, but we're going to ignore that reading. We're just going to say deal with it as noun, the noun for female
Okay.
friend, right? So in
So
that
then-
case, you have two nouns. Yeah,
Yeah, so then you could do Ayla al Sadiqa,
that's right. Which means what? Ayla to sadiqa, which means
the family of my friend.
The family?
Of friend. A friend?
of the friend.
Of the friend,
family
sorry.
Of the friend. Yeah, that's right. That's right. The family of the friend. Notice, since really we said by definition, let's do sadiqa as a noun, you don't have the choice of treating them as a noun adjective pair. A'ilatu sadiqa, the family of my female friend, or the family of the female friend, by extension, the family of my female friend is fine. How about this one?
Kitab Sadiqa.
Kitab sadiqa, right. So how would I combine these into a phrase?
Could you add alif lam to the second word?
Absolutely. Very nice. Kitabu Sadiqa. Don't worry about the vowel on the ba. The book doesn't stress it. We don't care. Kitabu Sadiqa. What does that mean?
A book of the friend, or could you assume it's my friend?
You could say it's really the book of the friend. The Azafif sort of makes it definite, just by virtue of jamming these two together. You want to say, translate it as the book of the friend. Kitabu Sadiqa, the book of the friend, or the book of my friend, right? And in fact, based on what we were talking a little bit earlier, that's fine. Kitabu Sadiqa, the book of the friend, the book of my friend. How about these two words? Madrasa is what?
School.
Excellent. And what is wahid?
Only?
Only. It could also mean lonely, but in this case, let's use the adjective lonely.
Student.
Only. So the only school. How would I do Yeah, so how would I fix this to make it into a phrase?
You could either leave it indefinite or you could make it definite. Both
Mumtaz.
words.
They're both possible because wahid is an adjective. Are there any other tweaks I have to make or anything else I need to keep track of?
Do you have to toss a
Gender.
tar marbuta on? Oh, yeah, on the end of the wahida.
Absolutely, because the adjective has to agree with the noun in gender. Very nice. So based on everything you guys have told me, it can be either madrasa wahida, which is the only school, or sorry, an only school. Take it as you will, or al madrasa al wahida, the only school, right? And several of you in the quiz, you were trying to convey the idea of the only American, and the adjective only goes before this nominalized adjective, which we're going to treat as a noun, American. But the only American only goes before. But notice in Arabic, adjectives go after. So make sure you keep track of that. Al-madrasa al-wahida. How would I say the only American? Masculine.
Wahid Ameriki.
You need to flip the noun and the adjective order. The noun goes first, then the adjective.
Even with the nominal. So Ameriki Wahid.
That's what it is. Al-Amriki al-Wahid. So that would be the only American. Yes, that's a really good point. The Amriki, really, if you think about it, it's an adjective, but we're treating it as a noun,
Okay.
a nominalized adjective. Al-Madrasa al-Wahid. So Al-Amriki al-Wahid would be the only American. All right, very good. All right, how about this? What does Zamil mean? Zamil. Zamil was chapter 4, so it's probably not gelled yet. Zamil is colleague. What about Jadid? Jadid is new. So how do I say a new colleague?
Would you just leave it?
Yeah, that's right. Zamil Jadid. Very nice. How do I say the new colleague?
You would add alif lam to both?
Excellent. Az-Zamila Jadid. Yeah, I don't want to bore you guys with this too much. Let's see. We'll just do vocab. What's shurba? Have we seen this word? We've seen it.
Soup?
It's soup. Jayyid is good, right? So how do I say a good soup?
Leave it the way it
Shorbat
is.
Jadida. Or, no, sorry, Jayida.
That's right. You do need to worry about gender, right? Shurba jayyida. And then al-shurba jayyida, right? The good soup. What does saf mean? Saf.
Class?
Class. Very nice. And Ispani, notice, is what? Is it an adjective or a noun?
It's an adjective.
It's a nisba adjective relating it to Spain. So how do I say the Spanish class?
Isn't it the Al-Suf or Al-Ispani?
That's exactly right. Asaf al-Hispani, right? The Spanish class. And then if you want to talk about an indefinite, any old Spanish class will be Saf Hispani, right? What does kulliya mean?
College or school?
College or school. What does ulum mean?
Science?
Very good. Is it singular or plural, though?
I want to say it's plural. Like
Yes,
sciences.
it's sciences. It's the same pattern as buyut, right? Your very common fa'ul pattern. So this is the College of the Sciences, right? Pardon me. So we have noun, noun. How am I going to combine these two? Into an idafa pattern, right? Kulliyatul ulum. Kulliyatul ulum. Kulliyatul ulum. What is the first word on this page?
Salta, salad.
Yeah, salatat, salad. And we said it's accidental that the root letters have to do with dominion, as we can see in the English word sultan. This is just a word that was borrowed from, presumably from French. Salatat, salata. And then what is the second word? Fawakih, which means?
Fruit.
Yes, yes. So what is salatat al-fawakih? Salatat al-fawakih.
Fruit salad, the salad
Yeah.
of fruit.
The salad of fruit, right? So, mahwa. Mahwa, what is this? هي سلطة الفواكه بالأناناس. What's ananas?
Is that bananas?
Pineapple. Good. Yes. What's freeze? What's freeze? Phrase we
Strawberry.
haven't. Yes, phrase we haven't seen. There's another word for strawberry in Arabic, farawala, but the French word is very commonly used, right? So هي سلطة الفواكه بالأناناس والفريز. Okay. Very good.
What's kiwi?
I honestly don't know. I knew this was going to come up. I believe it's just kiwi, but I'll have to double check. Does anyone know where kiwi comes from? Aslan, originally aslan. Asl is in your new vocab for chapter 5. يعني من أين؟ هذا فاكهة. هذه فاكهة من أين? From where does this fruit come from? Kiwi. Does anyone know?
Is it a person from New Zealand called a Kiwis?
أيوة. ليس من نيوزيلاند. ليس من نيوزيلندا. في الحقيقة هي من الصين. من الصين. It's actually a Chinese fruit. But it was just cultivated. It's just cultivated in New Zealand. And you know what, Adam? I will check and see what kiwi is in not in Spanish, in Arabic, and I will have it for you next time. Okay? Good. All right, what about this one? What about these two words? Surah, which we've already had this hour. Surah means picture. And what is Habib?
It's like beloved, or I don't know. There's like a slew of term of endearments that it means.
That's right. Beloved, it's very good. Notice it forms this very common adjective pattern, fa'il. Surat Habib. So what is, so I have noun. How am I going to combine these? I will combine them with an
Idafa.
Surat al-Habib. The picture of the beloved, the picture of my friend. You know, there's a wide spectrum of where Habib falls into. Very good. What about this one? This is the last one, I promise. What's Jaish?
Army?
Army, excellent. What's Al-Iraq?
The nation of Iraq?
Excellent. So we have army and then we have Iraq. So I have a noun combination. How can I combine them?
If it's noun, it's just. Oh, I'm off mute.
Yeah, I mean, if it's noun, you're correct, right? It's an idafa. So one way to do this is Jaish al-Iraq, which translates as what?
The army of
Iraq.
The army of Iraq, right? But the book, we've already seen it done differently. We've seen it done as a noun adjective. So we've got to massage the second term into an adjective. In fact, into a nisba adjective, right?
Iraqi.
Yes, very nice. So then it becomes al-Jaish al-Iraqi, right? What's the translation for al-Jaish al-Iraqi?
The Iraqi army.
The Iraqi army. Did everyone get that? So you see, it's a really subtle difference between the army of Iraq versus the Iraqi army, right? We're all on board with that? Very nice. Okay, that was the last one in that exercise. Oh, so, okay, wow. So we got through a lot of material. This is the homework. So we still have a couple of things in chapter 4 we haven't tried our hands at. Chapter 4, exercise 18, page 87. And then listen to the vocab on tape. I think it's really important for your Al-Kitab. It's really such a good curriculum because it comes with your audio. And so you can listen to these wonderful pronunciations. And then chapter 5, exercise 1, page 94. That's an exercise with your new vocab. That's your exercise with your new vocab. And then read the grammar notes on page 97, 98. These are just what we've seen, which is the noun adjective pairs, whether they're definite or indefinite, okay? So any questions on the homework for Thursday? Is that manageable, do you think? There are basically 2 written parts. Is that okay? All right. All right. All right, so let's just do some reading. This is from Maha's monologue, chapter 4. Who wants to read this sentence from Maha's monologue?
Well, you can go ahead, Maya, if you want.
I actually can't see it. And I was hoping my phone is on like 10% battery. I was hoping maybe I could leave a little bit early.
Yeah, I have basically 2 snippets from chapter 4 and chapter 3. And then if you want, I can email this so you can see which snippets they are anyway. Yeah.
That would be, thank you so much.
Of course,
right,
Maya.
I'll see you on Thursday.
Enjoy New York.
Thank you.
Sure. All right, so who wants to read this sentence?
So, وهذا Khalid Abun Ami Mahmoud Zamili fi al-madrasa al-abidaya.
That was all legible except for that last adjective, meaning...
I can never figure out actually how to pronounce the third from last letter.
Isn't it ibtida'i?
Yeah, third from last letter, that's your hamza. That's just a simple glottal stop. So
Okay.
al-ibtida'iyya. Very nice.
Okay, so al-ibtida'iyya.
Yes,
So al-ibtida'iyya.
It has to be feminine because madrasa is feminine, right? Right. وهذا خالد. What does this mean? وهذا خالد.
And this is Khalid.
This is Khalid, right? Ibnu Ammi Mahmoud.
Would be my cousin, paternal cousin.
That's right. The son of my paternal uncle. And notice these are all appositions, right? This is Khalid, the son of my paternal uncle, Mahmoud. So Mahmoud is the paternal uncle. Khalid is his son, right?
So,
very nice. Yeah.
Can I ask a question?
Of course.
Is the only way that you distinguish like the son of my cousin versus like my cousin, or so this says Ibnu Ami, so that means that it's the son of my uncle, right?
That's what it says, yeah.
So how would you what's the difference between that and saying like Ibn Ami, which is my cousin? Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that would be fine. Now, basically, again, it's this appositional thing, right? She's already mentioned which is uncle, right?
Okay.
She can choose to have in comma, separated by comma, the name of the uncle, or she could leave it out because she's already provided Ibn right?
Okay.
This is Khalid, the son of my paternal uncle. That's the main idea. And then she does this little apposition thing where she adds the name Mahmoud, and since Mahmoud is sitting right next to there's an arrow pointing it to This is Khalid, the son of my paternal uncle, Mahmoud. In English, you'd have commas.
But I guess no. My question is like, how would you say Khalid, my cousin?
وهذا Khalid. Oh yeah, that would be Ibn right? وهذا خالد
Okay.
ابن عم. This is Khalid, the son of my uncle. And you can choose whether to specify who that uncle is, or you can leave it out. Does that answer it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because Ibn Am, really, it's of course it's an idafa. Everyone sees the idafa there, right? The son of my uncle, right? But that's how Arabic does the word cousin. There is no word cousin per se, right? It has to be the son of somebody or the daughter of somebody. All right. Very good. Zamili fil madrasa. Notice I elided it. Zamili fil madrasa al-ibtidaiya. What does that mean? Zamili fil madrasa al-ibtidaiya.
My colleague in primary school.
That's exactly right. We don't say colleague for primary school in English, but
Friend.
yeah, friend, I guess. Or you can't say coworker either. Yeah. Zamili fil madrasa al-ibtidaiya. Very nice. So that's Khalid. And what about, so any questions, any other questions? That was really good. Any other questions on this? Good. I have a question. For Ibn Am, right? In this case, Ibn Am, I said, is an idafa. Why is there not an alif lam in front of Am? So Ibnul Ammi. Why is there not an alif lam there?
Because you have the E ending implying the possessive.
Excellent. Did everyone get that? So when you have the possessive endings, those are considered your last term of the idafa. So you can't add an alif lam would be a huge mistake, right? It'll be an automatic deduction, like falling off the balance beam at the gymnastics match, right? Ibn Ammi. It could be Ibnul Am, the son of the uncle, but it can never be Ibnul Ammi. That just doesn't exist in nature. It's an abomination. Ibn Ammi Mahmoud Zamili fil madrasa al-ibtidaiya. Jamil jiddan. Let's do this one and then we'll call it a day. كان
So it would be في الصفة العربية وكنت في الصف الأول.
Good. So in this sentence, is it a ismiya or fi'liya? Is it nominative or a verbal? Nominal or verbal? It's starting with kana, so it's a verb to be. So he was. And then what is, notice it's not saf al-arabiya though. It's a different adjective. As-saf al-rabi'. Any idea what rabi' means? It matches the, but what about kuntu? What is kuntu?
I was.
So he was in the something class, and I was fi saf al-awwal. What is saf al-awwal?
Is that first grade?
Yes. Yeah. So he was in something grade, and I was in first grade.
Isn't that fourth grade?
Yes, he was in fourth grade, and I was in first grade. And in fact, there's a slightly more elegant, the wow separating these two can be treated slightly differently. We'll see the grammar later. كان في الصف الرابع وكنت في الصف الأول. He was in fourth grade while I was in first grade. Okay. Very nice. Any questions on this sentence? Very good. If there are no questions, we'll adjourn for today. And remember to send me your things. And Pippa, we'll have you down for Thursday for your presentation. Awesome.
Thank you.
See you guys all later. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye-bye.